Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
What up?
What's up, everybody?
What's going on in the world other than the hot weather in the city? Hotter than a dope fiend's titty. Shout out to Tupac. Rest in peace for being a poet. What's going on, bro?
We about to get this thing cracking.
We got a good conversation or a controversial one or a widespread one.
There's a lot of things I ain't know. We're going to get to those things. Let's get this thing started. Welcome back, everybody. You are tuned in to Undrafted All-Stars presents the Way Bigger Than Sports show. Powered by the hottest station in Vegas, Hot 702.5 FM. I'm your host, I'm Big Shell, a.k.a. Sugadocious the Great, a.k.a. Mr. Tell Your Friends About Me with my bro host.
Q-MECCA, 2 texts up. You know, Tragic gon' hold you down. My baseball sound. What up? What's going on?
We are chilling. We about to get into this new topic, colorism in the black community. I think this is a good one. Everybody keep calling me light skinned, so I want to know why.
Oh, that's funny.
You the main one. Somebody's funny.
I know, boo. I say it with love. I don't say it with hate.
I agree. But some people don't.
I know.
After I started doing some research, I said, okay. Like even the definition of it, right? Mm-hmm. I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with the definition of it?
I'm not going to say I don't agree with it.
Let's tell them what the definition is.
I didn't know I didn't know it was like that.
And tell me what you think about it.
From Oxford, prejudice or discrimination against individuals with dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group.
I don't agree with that either.
Me either.
Because it ain't. It's disingenuous because it only makes it seem like black people came up with colorism rather than where it originated from, which was slavery when the slave master raped the slave, had mixed kids, and then put them in a house and let them do more. So when they say within a certain individual ethnic group, yeah, it's like that after you programmed it, self-hate into the people, into the slaves. Then, yeah, once you program self-hate and mental slavery, like Kanye meant to say mental, then you don't have to do it no more. Now they're going to do it to themselves. You could open the gates, and the slaves that's mentally slave going to not go. They're going to say, oh, we here, we happy here. So I don't like, plus Oxford, that's in Europe, right? That's European.
Yeah, let's do this real quick. Because I wanted to make sure people understood the difference between colorism and racism. So I did another one.
Okay.
Colorism is the prejudice or discrimination against individuals with dark skin tones, often occurring within the same racial ethnic group, rooted in the belief that lighter skin is superior.
Mm-hmm.
Racism is broader discrimination directed at people based on their overall race, ethnic group, and heritage.
Right.
So that's the difference. Going back to colorism, rooted in the belief that lighter skin is superior.
Which is still...
I'm going to ask you, as a dark-skinned person, do you think that?
That lighter skin is superior?
Yeah. Like, did it come off to you as you were growing up that way?
Well, I'm a special case because...
You are.
My daddy, I was raised in a household where you met my mom before you see my sisters, you see my siblings.
Yeah.
I was raised in a household where my daddy was a black man who had knowledge of self and taught us knowledge of self. Mm-hmm. So within my household, my mom was mixed. Well, my mom's grandma was mixed. I mean, her mom was mixed. So my daddy always told us, hey, we all black. Black is all kind of different shades, and we're all beautiful, and our hair ain't nappy, and our skin is the reflection of the sun. So don't call each other, don't make differences with each other, calling your siblings black and African booty scratch.
Did y'all do that?
We did it within the household. They did it. When my daddy saw it, he checked it and told us the truth about us. But outside of the household, you saw it. It was indoctrinated into us.
Your peers,
our peers, everybody else, even family members, even grandmas and great grandmas treated certain grandchildren differently than they treated other grandchildren based on the color of their skin or the lightness of their
that as a child.
Yes. Well, my daddy brought awareness to us. Mm-hmm. So it happened because experience is experience. You experience it, and maybe you don't understand it. But then my pops would have talked to us about it because he would hear us mimicking what we learned outside, right, or in school. So he would talk to us about it and give us the understanding and the clarity. So it is a prevalent thing, and most people ain't raised in a household like I was. They didn't have a black man who not had knowledge of self, read the message to the black man and gave us that. So my experiences are different. So I never really, my mom light skin, my sister, I got 3 sisters light skin, 2 dark. I got a lot. I got it all. So we never looked at it as hateful or different or we burst worse than or not. But outside of us, we saw it and it's prevalent even to this day.
Facts.
So I noticed it. I saw it. I was taught the truth against it. So my experience is a little different than most people's. But my observation of everybody that was around me that didn't have my pops or didn't have a pops that had knowledge of self, I see how it affected them and how it still affects us to this day, us as a people.
As I'm looking through this, doing a little research, and I had to think back because, of course, I'm a lighter skinned guy. When I was born, my mom said I had red hair. Mm-hmm. It turned dark probably about 6. Mm-hmm. And I remember some of the kids saying light skin or whatever, jokes and stuff like that, or even trying to scrap.
Yeah.
Because I was lighter, but I didn't know that at the time.
You didn't know that's what they was doing.
That's what the thing was, yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
So as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking back, and I'm like, oh, they was trying to test me?
Yeah, they thought you was soft because you was light skinned.
So it was like, everywhere I went was like that until I became an adult. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to, I'm thinking it because I'm from Alabama or whatever. Let me show these, I ain't fucking around, right? So now I get this name SUGE. I didn't want it. They gave it to me because I'm going around serving everybody, right?
And you thought they was testing you.
People fault why we turning and stuff like that.
So you thought they was testing you because you was country
you
made
know,
from Alabama.
I sound different. I'm different from everybody, right?
But so, it was really because they thought you was a sucker because your skin hue, which is ignorance.
Right.
And you still black man. You was a black man. Your mom was like your daddy. But
that's all I ever knew. Like, I'm black still.
Exactly.
It wasn't no you darker than me, even though we had the jokes.
Yeah,
you know
we gonna joke. But that what you go see it's multiple sides of it. That's I've been listening and watching videos and doing research, and it's been all the experiences. If you ever sat down and talked with a dark-skinned woman, she'll tell you what they called her when she was growing up. That she wasn't attractive, that she was ugly, she was African booty scratcher, she was Tar Baby, she was Oprah Winfrey, she was, Whoopi Goldberg, all of those things. That's what dark. So let me give you some backstory on why the people teased you. So the dark skinned people, if they got teased and called not good enough, not good looking enough, not cute enough, not good enough, so they have resentment towards that, and they might hate their own skin color, but they're going to reflect that by being negative towards a lighter skinned person, right? Because they feel like I'm not good enough. They say I'm ugly. They say I'm black, so I'm gonna pick on this person because I'm not feeling good, and that is why we get where we get. Where light skinned people say, "Hey, our experience in the hood with our darker cousins and with our family members is we ain't black enough. We soft, right? Or we this and." That's what we get, and then when we're around white people, we ain't white enough. So they got an experience too, which is valid, and you can understand how it happens. Right. So both experiences are complementary, or or started the other one.
And
so
that's why I don't agree with the definition.
Okay, that's a good point.
Because it what they say, prejudice and discrimination against individuals with dark skin tone. I never had that.
Right.
Because you was dark, I wasn't mad at you or nothing like that because we was all black to me.
Right. Which is what you was taught the right way.
Right. So until it became a thing, it was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like we black, but we might be different color, but we all black. And sometimes you got siblings that's all y'all siblings ain't the same color. Some darker, some lighter.
Because some people got different parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Or sometimes you got the same parents, one's just lighter.
Yeah, you might get your granddaddy on your daddy's side and my other person. Yeah, exactly. It happens.
Like, my father and my mother both short. I'm 6'3".
Right. So you got like your granddaddy or somebody.
He's 6'5". Right.
Exactly. So that's what happens. Because I understand it because I come from a family of all the shades too. So I get it, and I talk to a lot of people. It happens more, or it's more powerful, significant to women because women have an image that they want to be pretty, they want to be called pretty, they want attention. So when you call a woman ugly because she's dark or African booty scratcher or Tar Baby, that makes her feel. And then that's why. And then you ever notice in school the dark skinned girls try to beat up the light skinned girls?
Yep.
You know why? Because that's why they had inside they felt like they was ugly. And since
the same thing with the men.
Exactly.
Because I got a homeboy named Dion. Shout out my boy Dion. He played football.
Shout out to him.
He got a permanent scratch on his face. Mm-hmm. He's from DC area. Mm-hmm. He got a permanent scratch on his face, or scratches from knife or whatever it was. I forgot what he said it was.
Yeah, somebody
from dark skinned cats doing that.
They was mad at him.
Yeah,
he was getting the girls.
Skin color.
Yeah, he was getting the girls. They was mad. They was like, "Oh, you getting our girls? We gonna And so the self hate. So to me, it starts with self hate. If you don't know or you wasn't told that we all beautiful and we all God's people, we come from the same creator and we have his energy, then you're going to think what society tells you is true. And society is more powerful than we ever like to admit in this country and this American society. It has women thinking that they have to get BBLs, get tummy tucks, get ribs removed, get lips done. Like all of these things, compete. All of these things are people who feel the way God made them wasn't good enough. They have to change their whole appearance. From Michael Jackson, we see it in Hollywood. Like every part of the society shows that colorism is still a thing. Even in the islands, in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in all those places, it's the same thing. You remember, if y'all go check a picture of Sammy Sosa before and after. Sammy Sosa from Cuba. He put skin bleaching. He bleached skin so he could look light skin. Now he look like Sammy Sosa Jackson. So this thing that we have has been prevalent for years and years and years. I don't like the definition because it tries to make it seem like we made it up ourselves. I don't believe that we got the self-hate from ourselves. So that's why I don't like the definition that they try to make it seem like, it's y'all and y'all between y'all.
You just said, I'm like everyone in my family and share the same parents. Some people like that.
Exactly. That happens. Sometimes you get your great-grandma or your great-granddaddy eyes. Yeah. Sometimes you could be dark-skinned with blue eyes, green eyes. And then people will be like, oh, that's weird. But so it's just, we have, as a community, we don't love ourselves enough to accept ourselves and consider ourselves when we're doing hurtful things because we've been hurt. So it's a chicken and egg thing. It's a chicken and egg thing, and like it's prevalent, bro.
They go back to slavery. Let me update this real quick. Colorism is the byproduct of racism that upholds white supremacy. Well, MD said that.
That's while distinct. That's the best way to describe it.
While distinct, both are interconnected systems of inequality that often reinforce each other.
That's a fact.
Both are rooted in histories of slavery and colonialism, but colorism specifically perpetuates the idea of the lighter skin as more beautiful, intelligent, and valuable.
Yep. That's a better definition.
And I like
connected.
As children, light-skinned people don't know that.
Yeah. They
as you grow up in society, as you go middle school, high school, I think probably high school when you kind of know
when you start
where
noticing
you are.
It. Yeah.
Right? Most people did go after the lighter skinned chicks.
Yes.
Most men did.
Because they were the ones we saw on TV, the models,
exactly.
The videos. So society conditions us, bro. So you're right. It's like we didn't see a dark-skinned chick in a video that was celebrating to Buffy. That was Buffy. Like 99, 2000. I don't know. That
Buffy?
Was somewhere. Yeah, Buffy. Wasn't no light-skinned, there wasn't no dark-skinned video vixens.
What's the English chick that was a model?
Oh, you talking about Naomi Campbell?
Yes.
She was a model.
Yes.
Naomi Campbell was the exception. That's true.
But she from England.
But she was from England.
Right. She was from America.
She was from England. Exactly. And then, even if you look at the first black Miss America, which was Vanessa Williams, right? Mm-hmm. What she look like?
Light skin.
Green eyes, light skin.
Yeah.
And then she might have opened the door for Maya. It was another one that's a dark skin one that won. Maya, I can't remember Maya's last name. But Maya Harrison? No, that's Maya. No, it's her name was Maya something. But she opened up the door for her. But I'm just saying what we're told is beautiful by TV, radio, social media is what is put in the minds of people. Whenever we were out, remember Halle Berry was considered the most sexiest or most the beautiful woman in the world.
Yes.
For a lot of times. She's mixed. They never said, I don't even know who we could even think of back then that was dark skinned. That
nobody.
They wasn't considered beautiful. Denise Huxtable was considered the most beautiful.
Even Michael Jackson.
Vanessa was
did something.
Chop suey. Denise Huxtable was considered the most beautiful, which is, what's Denise Huxtable's real name? We know about Denise Huxtable. What's her real name? Damn.
Boss Lady?
Denise, what's her name? Oh, man, I can't believe I can't get her name. But Denise Huxtable was considered the beautiful one. Vanessa didn't even get no lines. Hey, you just sit over there. So even through our TV, through all of our social media, through everything.
Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet was considered the most beautiful of the siblings in the Cosby Show. And
what was the other one? Different World?
Different World.
It was Jada.
It was her. It was Denise first, and then Jada came later. Yeah, Denise. That was the spinoff. Denise went to college. So I'm just saying, like throughout history, if you go back and you look at the videos of the early videos, look at Vibrant thing, look at Chris Brown, look at Michael. Well, Michael Jackson didn't have no women, but whenever you go back and look at the videos, you're gonna be like, oh, she did have women in certain videos. But you go back and you be like, oh, this is what they're conditioning the young men to believe what is beautiful. So like you said.
Didn't Michael Jackson have Naomi Campbell?
He had her in the 90s. He had her, but I'm talking about Billie Jean. I'm talking
before he did the the color, the skin tone thing.
Right. And then you look at him, he did the skin tone thing. Right. And then you look at Janet, you be like, oh, and then they did the nose thing.
It's in music too.
They did the nose and the skin.
Yeah.
So those two things tell you, why would he change his nose and his skin? That's a self-hate thing.
And it goes back to slavery and colonialism again.
Goes back, exactly.
He said he was told that he needed to do it.
Right.
In order to elevate.
Right. That's the point. That's what colorism, that's the definition right there.
Right.
If you want to elevate, you got to look lighter and look whiter.
Because he been going back to slavery, the house, and the field. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
they was family. But they was still beefing with each other because the way they was elevated and one wasn't.
They said during the era of slavery, white enslavers often gave preferential treatment to lighter skinned enslaved people, many of whom were their children. of the enslavers themselves.
Yeah, and the wives knew that.
These individuals were typically assigned domestic house duties,
Yeah, you do.
while the darker skinned individuals were forced into more grueling labor in the fields, i.e., the house and the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I say the word? House nigga, field nigga. You would be a field nigga,
But you got to say the real word though.
House Negro.
Yes,
Field Negro.
I would be the house one,
Right.
and you'll be mad at
And
me because I'm in the house.
I could be your cousin or your brother.
You're my brother,
Exactly. And we mad at each other because you getting treated better.
right?
And then what happens eventually when you get treated better, you start thinking you are better. So you start treating everybody like, oh, I'm better than you. That's where you get, if y'all watch the Django, his name was, what was his name? What was Samuel Jackson's name on the Django? God, I forgot.
But in terms of the house person and all of that, a lot of times the people who worked in the fields, even if they were siblings, they didn't know that the father was in the house. Like they didn't know that the father was a slave master. They didn't tell them that until later. So that's why they end up feeling some type of way about it, because they didn't have all the information.
You would have thought that.
Right. The parents ain't gonna tell the kids
Right.
what happened.
Right. But
Because even though they were in the house, the women, right, cleaning the houses or whatever, they don't know what they were going through. They were getting raped.
They still was getting raped. Exactly.
Right.
It wasn't
So that's why
pleasant. It was just better than what y'all got out there. So and the wife and the slave master's wife knew that them was her husband's kids. So she would even treat them bad when he wasn't around, even though they in the house. So like you said, the experiences, just because it was better than the field Negro experience, don't mean it was a great experience. They were still getting raped, treated bad by people. So it's a psychological thing. Hey, everything is psychological with human beings, y'all. So we've been pit against each other to see differences and recognize them and highlight them. Oh, you light. Oh, you tall. Oh, you live on a hill. You live in a valley. You live on. So it's been prevalent, and it was set into motion so many hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and it's still prevalent 2026.
If anybody listening want to get in on this conversation, 702-551-5261. I would love to hear your side of the story.
Or your experience.
Anybody. Or your experience,
because
for sure.
It was different experiences for I watched about 5 or 6 hours of black women, different races, different backgrounds, different PhDs, talk about their experiences with colorism, and they all had similar and different. Like there's no just one way. One lady said her mom didn't ever broach the topic, so she didn't understand it. But when she went outside, she started realizing what was going on. Oh, I was getting roles. Two siblings. One got into the school. The other one tried to get into the school. They told the one that got in, oh, here, sign the paper where you good. The darker one that tried, they told her they'll get back to her. She realized what her sister went through and said, that's different. And then she said she asked somebody who was on the board, do you think I'd ever get into the school? And they told her, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. Nobody probably going to tell you this because I'm just now learning this. You probably going to never get into the school because you're not this color that they're looking for. So this has been happening for a long time. It happens in all the circles.
This just reminded me of something.
What?
I got a security job at a casino. I ain't going to say the name. And I was going up for assistant supervisor for the second time. And they were saying you had to go to this lead class, to become a supervisor, or you couldn't become a supervisor.
Mm-hmm. That's what they told you.
Yeah. 4 of us went to the class. Then it came up to interviews.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I smashed it, but I didn't get it. They gave it to a dude named Juan. Juan cool, but Juan didn't go to the class.
Right.
So I was like, can I ask you a question? Did I mess up with my interview or something? Like, no, you had a perfect interview, so why didn't I get a job? Juan had more experience than you, but Juan didn't go to the class. Well, Juan was the lead before. I was like, I would rather tell you it's too many black people in charge than give me that excuse.
You would rather the truth.
That was the truth. It was a lot of black people in charge.
Yeah.
As assistants and managers, right? On each shift. I would have been number 6.
So
if I had got promoted.
So they was like, no, we got to give it to somebody else. Because
so when they gave it to Juan, like again, he cool.
Juan was Asian?
Yeah, he was Hispanic.
Oh, Hispanic.
I ain't got it against him.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Only one.
I thought you was
The
Juan.
only Hispanic
The only
that was
lead.
the supervisor.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the class or none of that. So I know I got it with the people that's in here with me. Right? Nah, hey, but I'm saying the truth.
I feel you.
And I didn't get it. I said, cool. Y'all got 90 days to fix this, so I'm out. They didn't fix it, man, I left.
So that means you had
I'm light skinned. I still got
you had
wasted.
FU money. You was like, listen, I ain't gotta do this job. I do this job because I'm trying to do some little extra.
I'm not here to work. I'm here to be in charge. And I told him that. I'm not coming here to be a security guard forever. I come here to be in charge.
Juan
Other than
got
that, I'm
the
out.
position because he was already selected. So when they do hiring practices, they have to post the job for a certain amount of days. They have to have a certain amount of applicants. But Juan was already selected before you ever went to that lead class. Just to let you know that.
Do you think Obama was already selected before?
Yes.
You think so? All the presidents were selected, right? I agree with E, but my experience at working in a casino was different. Certain jobs came up and they had to put them on the board, but certain jobs never got on the board. Like
And somebody got a position.
Bellman never got on the board at any casino I ever worked
They
at.
just put somebody there.
You had to know somebody.
Yeah.
Or valet. Those two jobs, which are the two most coveted jobs in a casino, they never got put on the board. Never. I was like, yo, why y'all put that on the board?
My brother, who actually just left here, used to do valet for MGM, and most definitely he had to apply.
I didn't say apply. I said
it was
put on the board.
posted job.
Oh, well, that wasn't my experience at the Luxor, at the Palms, at the Excalibur.
But it could be because you're dark skinned.
Because I'm about to say you dark skinned.
I'm saying that it wasn't posted.
Oh, okay.
I knew because I had inside knowledge. It wasn't posted. Okay. It was already somebody.
I think
somebody knew somebody.
every job can have a different experience. Me, from being like an executive and a supervisor, I can say confidently based off of how I know that things have to be strategically like planned in the event that you already have a candidate selected. Like it's really that even though Juan probably wasn't really the best candidate, whomever Juan knew already selected him, but they still have to follow the protocol for HR purposes. And it's unfortunate.
It's always about who you know.
It sucks.
Who you know matters. I ain't mad at that. I just think we should do it more.
We do it too.
Some of the positions I got in is because of who I knew.
We can only do it as much as we can do it.
Right.
If we're in the position,
you got to be in the position
to do it.
We don't be in the positions.
You ever heard of I never heard of this. The brown paper bag test.
No, but I have heard of it.
I never heard of it.
I have heard of it because it goes. You know, it's prevalent in sororities and fraternities. Think about sorority.
I didn't know that.
Think about the sorority that we know a lot of them. How many of the women?
The AKAs and the Deltas, right? I'm saying it. I don't care.
Okay, I'm with it.
Because when I was growing up, what's the Spike Lee movie with the
Do the Right Thing?
with the
you
the
talking
friends.
about School Days?
School Days?
Yeah, School Days.
The light skinned girls were the AKAs, and the dark skinned chicks were the Deltas. Right. Same thing it was in the South.
Right.
Same thing how it is right now.
Same
It kind of
thing it
more.
is.
It's kind of more spread out a little bit now. These days,
but it's still.
But it was still more. I guess the light skinned, the pretty chicks were the AKAs. Everybody else were the Deltas.
Yep. In fraternities, Kappa Alpha Psi, which is Cap Noops.
The Noops.
My brother, they was the light skinned pretty.
The pretty boys.
And then the Qs.
The Qs were the big dudes.
Yeah, shacking them exactly. Yeah. So in the sororities and the fraternities, they had the brown paper bag test. If you want to be AK, you can't be darker than this brown paper bag.
I didn't even know that. Of course, I was lighter than the brown paper bag. So
is that
I
a
guess
factor? Or that's just what you...
No, that's what happens in both.
So you're saying it's a fact.
Yes, but that don't mean it happened every sorority, but it happened in a lot of them back then. Just like hazing happened.
I'm gonna say,
but it didn't happen in all of them.
Boss lady, I'm gonna say it in a sense like this. Going back to sororities, when I got out here to Vegas, when I got stationed out here, right, and it was chick saying I'm an AKA, and she was dark. I was like, they let you be an AKA? She's like, what you mean by that? I'm like, you know what I mean? She like, what's the difference? And I'm like going back and forth with her, like, you know why? You know why I asked you that?
She was playing like she didn't know.
Yeah. Like, I thought y'all had to be Deltas or Zetas or
Something else.
right? She's like, nah, I'm AKA. I've been doing it for however many years at a time. So okay, my bad.
She probably got offended. Like, what
Right.
you saying? You saying I ain't cute? But that's
Is that a thing?
That's a thing. Dark skinned girls be told they weren't cute.
Right. Or you cute for a dark chick.
Or that. Or yeah, exactly. All of those things. So the experiences that women have had with colorism has been grand. Like it was so many testimonies. They had testimonies of every
Pretty
side,
privilege.
like you said. Every side. Grandparents only calling and checking on the light-skinned grandchild. Don't never take. It's all kind of like,
I'm gonna give you some candy because you so pretty.
I'm gonna give you some candy. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna give you money for your birthday. I'm gonna it's crazy what goes on in the world.
I got a pretty privilege
Colorism.
video.
Oh,
I
you do?
wanna play. Yeah.
Play it. I want to see it. Pretty privilege video. Pretty privilege is a thing.
Man, she calling herself pretty too. No, of course she light skinned.
You already know what it is.
I just wanted to put that out there.
She was light skinned and she called herself pretty. She's like,
That's the funny part.
the funny part. Well,
I mean, she kinda.
oh, that's crazy right there.
Get
to it. I'm gonna play the clip for y'all, and we're gonna be back.
Pretty privilege is real. It is. I said the shit. It's real. I have seen people gravitate towards me, and then all of a sudden, like, compliment me on my eyes, my skin color, my hair, whatever. Right? So it's real. People do actually, you know, I guess treat me differently because of it. Now, because of it, the different treatment is not always good. Okay? Sometimes the treatment is negative and it's bad. So because of the color of my skin, because of the color of my eyes, because of my hair texture, I get hated on. So I'm gonna need you people who hate on people who are pretty to at least take into consideration that we getting it out here. Like, we already getting it. We don't need it from you as well. Like, for real, like, give us a break. I mean, be mad at moms and dad. Huh? We didn't do it. We didn't ask to be put here to look like this.
She kind of stuck up with it though.
She went the way that I was thinking she wasn't gonna go.
You think that stuck up? She like those are real life experiences.
I mean, no. I'm not saying that she's not getting it. It was like, I know I'm pretty. You know?
Well, she should be confident.
Hey.
Y'all confident, right?
I'm not running around saying I'm the most handsome dude in the world either.
I think she's saying, I think she was just confirming, like, yeah, I know that I look like I look.
Pretty privilege is a thing. That's how she started off.
Yeah, I've definitely had that
I'm gonna keep it
conversation
real.
before where I'm like, I know I look like I look, but I definitely, like, I think it was interesting that you said something earlier about how you didn't realize you were light skinned until later. I didn't know I was lighter until I got into junior high school, and other girls says that, oh, you think you cute because you got long hair, you light skinned or whatever. Like, I never even thought about that until someone else said it to me. But
multiple times.
yeah,
That's
and
when
I'm
I
like,
started
wait,
paying
what?
attention to it. Like,
Right.
I'm black though. Like,
Right.
no, you ain't black. You just blah.
And I think that's a common experience with people who have a, you know, maybe a lighter skin, which I'm like, I didn't even know I was light skinned until this happened, you know. But
You just out here and said you chocolate.
I'm being sarcastic, but I'm chocolate on the inside.
Stop it.
But I think she was basically just saying, like, I know I look like I look, but it does come with a lot of, like, extra drama. If people feel like you look better than them, and it may not even be your thought.
We can't play the whole video, but she said her friends thought hating on her because of men.
Them weren't your real friends, and that's what happens.
But you don't know that until you experience that. Like, I've definitely had, like, you know, and I guess the ugly friend is a thing, but I never really been like, oh, my friend, I got an ugly friend. Like, it's not really a thought until the other friend thinks that you're getting too much attention, and then they start feeling some type of way.
That's how
it has
it
nothing
is.
to do with what because you're not even thinking about that.
That's just how it works. Like, let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Destiny Child.
Kelly
Right.
Kelly Rowland so far.
Who the one?
Beyonce.
To you. It's
Yeah,
Beyonce.
to the world.
To you.
To the world, but yeah.
To you. Who is it?
Oh, well, for me, it was Kelly. But I seen them when they were young.
Yeah.
And Kelly sung great, just as good as Beyonce, and she always looked good to me. But I'm different. But Beyonce is the one to the world.
We got a Kelly video.
I think Kelly Rowland definitely.
Oh, she's the one.
She's
the one.
People
Y'all
been
talking about
love
what y'all
Kelly.
think. The world, society.
Yeah, that's what.
no.
That's what we can talk about. Is what we.
And I'm
what
asking
we
you,
thought.
who do you think it was?
But I'm saying Kelly.
Personally.
But I can think what I think and also see what the world thinks too.
Yeah.
I don't got to hold just my perspective.
I think the world got to call in if they want to.
The world
comment on the world.
The world
Who's
called
about
in.
the world.
Beyonce, who's the bigger star? Who's the one?
She's the bigger star.
everything?
She's a bigger star.
Why? Why?
Because she's the lead singer.
Because they
Now, hold
made
on.
her.
Does she
They
sing
made her
better?
the forefront.
Why did they make her the forefront?
Because she light skinned.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we
Yeah,
tryna
but
act like
that doesn't make you say Kelly Rowland is a better
makes-
looking.
I'm saying
or
who's the
not-
one
or
that for
not.
you?
Yeah.
for me is Kelly.
Then that's
Right.
the end of the question. That's
But
the
what
answer.
was your reason for asking me that?
Because we got a video
Oh, okay.
of her saying how she got this.
Who, Kelly?
Yeah.
That's to me that proves my point.
Right.
So let's watch the video.
Do you remember the first time you heard the thing that you are referring to as colorism?
The first time I had a little boo friend, actually his grandmother compared me to the color of a paper bag and said that I was too dark chocolate for him and he couldn't date me. And I said, what the hell? I literally was like, what does that mean? And I came home and I talked to my mama T about it. And she said, that's a definition of colorism. And I was like, what is, you know what I mean? It was like that moment.
Okay.
It affected me in a way where I was just always uncertain of how I looked. It started to define what beauty was to me.
Okay.
In the entertainment business, it manifested itself in constant comparisons. When it came to like my skin color, I was hearing everything left and right. Well, you know, she's darker, or she's the darkest one in the group, or she's a really chocolate one. I would always hear that.
Was there ever a time where you thought, maybe I should try a bleaching cream?
I never actually thought to myself, I want to do a bleaching cream, as much as it was, I just want to be Mariah Shade. Because that was who that's who I was looking up to.
Gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're dancing around in fields with I was like, life looks beautiful.
To me,
Somebody-
that proves my point.
Somebody, right? Somebody that looked like her still had to take L like that.
Exactly, and that is the story of a lot of brown to dark skinned women. If you talk to them, I talk to them. Hey, what? And I'm dark skinned, so I'm like, yo, what did you used to get called when we was young? They all say African booty scratcher, tar baby, Whoopi Goldberg, whatever. So to me, I always tell you, light skinned people like, well, the dark skinned people or the people where I'm from or in my family treated me bad. I said, yes, I understand why they treated you bad, and let me tell you why. Because they were told that they were ugly and they weren't good enough because they was light skinned, so they had anger and frustration inside of them and didn't love themselves. So now they want to see you who's lighter than them, who looks like what they want to be, and pick on you to make you feel small like they feel. Hurt people. So I always tell people, hey, that's why I don't know what a fact is, because people have experiences and people experience half these things and some people don't. Right. And then it's like, well, that ain't my experience. Well, do that mean it didn't happen or it don't happen?
Right. So maybe you didn't have you probably want to have the privilege.
Multiple things are true.
Yeah.
You could be a good husband and a bad father and a good worker.
Right.
But everybody gonna have a different perspective of you based on that relationship or dynamic.
Like, check this out. Impact of colorism on women and beauty standards. Eurocentric features, lighter skin, straight hair, narrow noses, are often favored in media, beauty standards, dating, creating the beauty queue that disadvantages dark-skinned women.
Facts. We know that. We see that. That's why that's why Kelly can sing just as good as Beyonce and dance and do all the things, but Beyonce is Beyonce and Kelly is Kelly.
Yeah. Mental health effects. leads to psychological trauma, lowered self-esteem and self-worth, and bullying.
Yep.
Particularly affected children the most.
Yeah, young people because they're more malleable.
That's crazy.
And in a lot of those places, especially in the islands, Cuba, the Caribbean, bleaching cream makes a lot of money.
The University of Georgia did a study since 2006 to today, having documented how darker skin is associated with longer prison sentences for the same crime, decreased mental and physical health assistance, lower marital rates for dark-skinned women, lower wages for dark-skinned men, and lower perceived intelligence.
Right. That's today, for the last 20 years, right? 06 to 20.
I'm not even thinking like that, though.
I know. But the crazy part is that's how, listen, there's something called implicit.
Yeah.
Implicit means you don't even know, it's not intentional that you might be discriminating or thinking something about somebody, but it's in there down low. So a lot of colorism isn't straight out forward. It's more like, maybe you should straighten your hair. Maybe you should put your makeup on a little lighter. It's that type of stuff that they're going to tell people and tell women. Maybe you should dye your hair blonde. Maybe you should wear contacts to lighten your eyes. That's what it's going to be. So it's not just, hey, you ugly and black now. It's more nuanced than that. Put it that way. Yeah. And it's always going to be this way. I don't believe that we're going to ever get rid of it because it's so ingrained from...
This need to be a conversation that every single person need to put their 2 cents in on.
And be aware of it. Become aware of it. I agree with that. Because sometimes you ain't even aware that you're doing it.
Is it taught?
Yes. It's inculcated into us. We've been taught to hate ourselves. We've been taught to hate dark skin, wide noses.
We can do the slavery and the white man. I'm talking about at home.
Yes. It's taught at home.
Yeah.
It's young girls who look like they daddy or are darker, and her mama told her, well, her mom was dark. Her dad was light. Her mom told her, I got a light-skinned man so you could be better in life with your fair skin. That's what she told. The mama told the daughter that. So it's like, that's taught at home. Like it's taught, it's taught from a young age, and I don't know how we gonna ever get rid of it. I don't think we're gonna get rid of it. And if it's systemic, and we got to start with the kids because older people are stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
If you don't teach it to children, then we could get rid of it. But older people are stuck in their ways. They see the world how they see the world. You can't change it. Sammy Sosa did what he did. Michael Jackson did what he did. Like it's sad though. It's really sad.
I started doing this research. I start thinking back. I'm like, what? This is what that was for? Like, I told her, I didn't know about the brown paper bag thing. I did not know that.
Yeah, I knew about that.
I guess because I'm lighter than the brown paper bag.
Yeah,
they can see that.
It wouldn't happen to you. It would happen to somebody closer to the brown paper bag or me.
And I'm 50-something. I never heard of that. And I'm from the South.
The media is powerful, and they indoctrinate us.
Just like light-skinned dudes. Like you said, they were perceived soft.
Yep.
So they had to show people that they
were. They got to go around, yeah. So they got to go around tough, fighting. If somebody mean about them, there's got to be a problem, yeah.
Boss lady, we got time for that Dr. Umar clip? That second one?
Let's see.
Dr. Umar. Shout out to Dr. Umar.
Man. Wow. Bleaching your skin. That makes $8.9 billion a year. Those products.
With a B.
With a B. $8.9 billion.
And that's 2026, right?
Yeah.
So that tells you that colorism is a $1 billion industry.
Billion.
Like the same much as weed. Maybe more.
And that's just the United States.
Oh,
right?
You didn't even count the islands and all the yeah, so it's probably trillions of dollars. But yeah, I figured that. But I'm glad my pops. Shout out to my pops. Hey,
shout out to your pops.
Shout out to my pops for being a man who knew himself and had understanding and read the message to the black man. I suggest everybody go read the message to the black man.
Our light-skinned brothers very, very, very light-skinned brothers
Okay.
suffer. One of my very closest friends I grew up with, he was one of these brothers. And you'll find that a lot of the very, very light-skinned brothers, because of conditioning, how they're treated growing up, a lot of them feel like they got something to prove.
You know what?
A lot of them feel like they got to be the baddest.
I just learned this.
They got to be the gangsters. They got to be the thugs. I had my brother D1 up here. D1 is a good brother.
Yes,
And
he is.
we asked, yo, why's your hair locked up? He said, I had to get locked up because growing up, this was how I connected to my blackness. People had to know I was black by looking at my hair, my locks. So that was
now the blackness is a little bit different from the masculinity, though.
Yes,
right.
That is.
So separate them out.
That is.
But you're saying even in terms of the masculinity, in terms of him being able to assert himself as a man, he felt, or light-skinned brothers can feel, that they are sometimes treated like they ain't got enough swag because they're light-skinned.
Absolutely.
I just heard this for the first time a couple months ago, and I never heard it before that, but brothers told me that. I never knew that. That people thought light-skinned guys
were weaker
soft. Because when I look back in middle school and high school, a lot of the bullies were light-skinned. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that the light-skinned brothers felt that they were kind of viewed as soft. I never saw it.
That's a running
but I did hear this.
Yeah.
Now you're a lighter brother. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Running light skin thing, like, oh, you acting light skin.
Yeah,
that's
a
thing.
Hey, stop acting like
behavior.
That's your line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get that from women and men.
But that's with the colorism.
Yeah,
I've heard that. But what about your masculinity? Growing up, did you feel that you were viewed as softer or weaker because you were lighter? Do you feel your gangster was tested more because you were lighter?
Not me
That happened to my
specifically.
cousin.
You've seen it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe
Shout out to
somebody
my cousin. He used to always have to fight.
Now they call me Suge because of that.
And my brother Amir, he used to have the same thing. He's like, when you go with me to the mall, they look at me differently than when I go by myself. I said, do they do something to you? No. Well, shut up. Nah. They think I'm.
They raised the price when you there.
I was like, man, listen.
Then, what you just say? He found it out.
He said
how old are you, Mark?
he's 48.
And he just found that out.
It's crazy. I think sometimes we be in our own bubble and we don't even understand. I always think no one looks at why they do what they do. I think people just do things and don't look, why am I behaving this way? Why am I acting this way? Why is that person acting this way? Why are you acting like that? I don't think we ask those questions and we don't talk about it. So, and we got to be tough and macho instead of just vulnerable to really say what we're going through. We need to do more of that as people. Start asking why we ask ourselves first. Why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we behaving like this way whenever this feeling arises? And then start looking into our trauma it's mostly from childhood.
Yeah.
Most trauma is from your parents or your environment or your childhood or your relationships, which is all the same thing.
I think we should keep this going, bro.
I agree.
I think we should get some people on here
to talk about different people to talk about their different.
Their
I
experiences.
agree with that. Upbringing or
Different shades of black
or y'all
people,
can call in,
men and women.
And I want a lot of women because the women would go through it
Especially the women.
Looks and image and all that is so important for women that it's really fragile to them when they get called ugly because they dark or not cute,
or their hair went straight,
or their hair nappy because it's curly and it go towards the sun. And my daddy told us our hair ain't nappy, y'all.
Your
Our
hair
hair
was
go
nappy,
towards the
boss
sun.
lady?
Our hair go towards the sun, so that
My
means
hair
we
is just my
God's
hair
people.
right now is locked. So
We
you
God's
Was it nappy?
Power to the people. No, I mean I don't. What is nappy? That's what I'm saying.
Could the comb check?
You got it
Did
locked.
go
You
straight-
got it
the
locked
comb
like
go
old
straight through
boy.
it?
You got it locked like D1, so they wouldn't keep testing you. They got to see your blackness. You was from the French
Listen,
part. You got French locks.
I've been hella black and hella proud my whole entire life.
I mean, me too, but I'm light skinned.
Yeah, but did you
You
have
ain't
curly
even-
hair? Because we can't tell, so you gotta let us know.
No, I'm bald, but I cut it off. I grew
Yeah,
hair
I'm
still.
saying, did you have like curly? What was your hair look?
It
what
was
did your hair
red
look like?
in the beginning.
So did you have
It
curly
wasn't
hair?
curly,
Is it
no.
nappy hair?
No, it was nappy.
Essentially, you may have had coarse hair, but that doesn't mean that it was, that
Okay.
you couldn't put a comb through.
I'll
it.
say coarse, not
Yeah.
nappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say nappy.
You know
Don't
what?
say nappy.
You know what, Suge? I really do appreciate the
matter.
research that you did because I think it brings valuable conversation and then backing to like how we got here. And I think that's very important.
Doing that research kind of opened my mind.
Bring that into the next segments of the conversation for sure, because I think it's helpful to kind of guide the conversation. And it's a tough conversation, but I think that it has to be a transparent one. It has to be a candid conversation.
It needs to be a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
And people been avoiding it.
I do want to hear more.
A lot of people don't know though.
I do want to hear more about male experiences. When it comes to being a darker skin, or when it comes to being lighter skin, or how things may have happened differently. And I think in home. So those of you who may be listening, maybe it's something that you can plan to call in and discuss with us via phone about different experiences that you may have.
Facts.
We avoid conversations that are uncomfortable.
And that's why we have the conversations here. That's why we way bigger than sports.
This would be a good panel, open forum.
I agree. It would be a good conversation, all kind of different people
for everybody. But we get to the end of this thing, everybody. I want everybody to thank you for tuning in to the Undrafted Presents the Way Bigger Than Sports show. I'm your host, I'm Big Sugar, a.k.a. Sugar Dosha the Great, a.k.a. Tell your friends about me with my bro host.
Q-MECCA, 2 texts up. Tragic gonna hold you down.
We gonna keep this thing going.
We want y'all to call in with y'all experiences too. Don't be afraid to call in or type in your experience. We'll read it.
Yeah.
However you want to do it. But have a great week. Remember, the only thing we need more of is more love.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On Hot 7025fm.com.